Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are expanding on some testing we've done with pretty much a new company to TXG. Something, Matty, I know this is your first day really seeing products from Proto Concept.
Yep.
We introduced the blade iron, which we have right here.
Very handsome.
Lovely blade. I think it was probably earlier this year we've done some testing with this. Very interesting design with kind of tungsten rod actually built into the cavity,
oh, really?
Into the blade.
Okay, that's different.
Really, really nice. Plays like much more forgiving than it looks, and it definitely piqued our interest. One of the things we mentioned on that video, Matty, was that Lydia Co is currently playing one of the models of the Proto C. I can't remember if it's the 05 or 07s.
Okay, I've got the 05
You've
in
got
my
the
hand
5,
here. Yeah.
And then there's the kind of larger 7s. I think probably it's the 5.
This is a good looking iron.
It really is, it really is. If I'm thinking back in terms of timelines and kind of what this reminds me of, I feel like I'm in 2014 when I first saw Strixon irons come to North America.
It looks like a ZX5 or something,
that looks like a
doesn't it?
ZX5.
Yeah.
The one Mike has, which is the 03, has a kind of narrower sole and more of a profile of like a, what at the time was a 745.
Yeah, 745.
Okay.
745.
So they're early models that were
yes.
really good.
Yeah, Z745. So
yeah.
really good. I mean, and I think if anything, that's actually slightly more options available. There's 4 heads. There's a blade all the way through to the 07.
Which is, I wouldn't call it super game improvement. I'd call this game improvement.
Game improvement. Yeah, I wouldn't
wide
say
enough sole, but
totally agree.
Nothing crazy.
Totally agree. So we're not going to retest the blade, but we are going to test the 03, the 05, the 07. Really kind of high-end, kind of Japanese forging, very premium, but not at the kind of high-end Japanese price point.
No.
Are they
Super clean lines with this stuff. When you look down at it, pre-ward and leading edge and stuff, it looks solid.
Yeah. Much more in the kind of standard North American price point. Mikey, we were talking about this last night.
Yeah.
Not to quote us, but kind of around the
220,
230
yeah.
an iron, that
Per
type
head.
of thing.
So someone can get what is, nice Japanese forge equipment.
Yes.
Generally would run you closer, $400 a head?
Yes.
But it's a little bit more reasonable towards something like a Callaway iron or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Just looking again at the kind of offerings on the website, it does say the 03 is a limited quantity product. So it's not something that they're going to be making in mass.
Limited, Mikey. You better get your set now.
It's already here.
It's probably already ordered.
Okay. Let's jump through it. We'll talk about it. There's not much loft progression with the 3 heads that we're going to try. So they're actually all at 28 degrees.
Oh, that's interesting.
Every one of them.
So they have the same lofts.
From the blade to the largest head, every single one of the 6 irons is at 28 degrees.
This is different then.
Very interesting.
So hopefully something technology-wise alters the ball, or maybe it's just a forgiveness thing.
Yeah. And what will be great to see, because we always talk about this to you guys, is when center of gravity is adjusted, the difference that makes to ball flight. So we're doing it off the same loft here.
Yes.
So we've got different CG locations, different head designs, but we have the same loft. So
we'll see it.
We should see some variance in flight.
Sweet.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Sounded well struck.
Yeah. Pretty good, Mikey. Just a wee tug.
Crisp though.
For that cavity in the back, it's not clicky, which is nice. It doesn't have that high-pitched sound.
Yeah, not on this one. We're looking at one-piece, carbon steel sort of construction. So very likely to hear a much more solid sound than the higher pitch click that I think we'll experience on the 7 and the 5.
And that's because there's hollow pieces on the 7 and the 5, whereas that's more like a CB.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a little pocket cavity.
Yeah.
The other one, the 5 and 7, have a much deeper undercut.
So this does have a pocket.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Sound even better actually.
That's nice.
It's wonderful.
Very good.
Yeah.
Felt better, Mikey?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, you hit it a little more spin, a little more speed.
Very good.
Sounded roasted. So could that pocket cavity be giving him a little bit extra spin with the center of gravity, just over what he's playing now, just theoretically?
I think for Mike, I mean, I think it's certainly not deep. If we look at it, it's a shallow pocket cavity.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
CG is a little bit higher certainly than what we get into with
It's nothing crazy,
No.
but subtly.
Yeah.
Over 5,000 spin is good though, Mikey? Like you're
Yeah,
happy to see
I mean-
that?
Always good to see
Okay.
Mike in it that.
Swing, Mikey. Good?
Yeah, not bad.
Almost.
A little draggy, yeah.
Is it scruffy? Okay, sorry.
The better strike.
That was a nice strike.
That sounded really good. So even with the face slightly open, carried the whole way.
Yeah.
Good ball speed. That sounded really good.
Yeah.
Best one?
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
strike.
That's lovely.
Really good. Good boy.
Tell you, from the 3 to the 5 is no.
It's not much of a difference, is it?
It feels the same. Like if you had to combo a set, there's no difference to the material or anything.
I think it just came down to striking, basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it's that similar, it's just a combo set for forgiveness purposes.
Totally.
Would you say? Because there's really no difference in the ball flight.
Totally.
If you strike it, I bet you if you put them both on a robot,
Yeah.
it would be minimally
It
different.
would be very, very minimal. And now, I'd be interested if you started moving the strike a hair,
Yeah.
toe, and heel. You may be
Yeah.
able to take advantage of the pocket cavity a little, or the deep cavity a little bit more.
Consistency of it.
Yep. But where Mike is hitting them, which is centered, it's just a bit of a change vertically. It's actually very, very similar.
It's definitely higher pitch, but it doesn't feel any different.
No? Sounded good, Mikey.
A little skinny, but yeah, it was.
Was it, yeah?
Yeah.
You got the full carry out of it.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
did.
So in theory, maybe that's your advantage. You kept the spin up,
Yeah.
the bigger cavity, let him hit a more
Definitely an easier
like a center
carry.
strike. It behaved more like a center strike. That did. Very nice.
That's better.
Probably one of your
Yes.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you really, when you see that flight, you really can see why people would combo that up. I mean, why wouldn't you want
Totally.
your 6-iron flying,
Yeah.
like that?
I mean, with the looks of them from the top line, nothing looks bulky or chunky. I mean, you could almost do a triple combo.
Yeah, you could go
5, 7,
with
5
all
and
3 of the
6.
cavities.
Totally.
I mean, it just seems like it's just a forgiveness difference because the flights are so similar.
So similar.
You've got a little bit of height, maybe,
Yeah.
but I think it could come down to striking, like just subtle, tiny differences. Like, look how close the
It's
spin numbers
crazy,
are.
isn't
It's a
it?
joke how close those are. And the numbers 173, 173, 173.
Super tight.
Ball speed within half a mile an hour, carry distance literally exactly the same. And we were kind of achieving that with slightly different strike heights.
They tend that graphic is a little exaggerated usually, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it is, you're right.
yeah.
You're right. It's not.
Probably not too far.
It's a lot tighter than that. But they're good. I think there's going to be a lot of people who would enjoy I don't want to call them this because I hate the idea that companies are just juicing lofts just to make
Yep.
ball go further. But if you want more of a traditional package, but you want some forgiveness, you want a nice feel and look,
Totally.
I mean, they tick a lot of boxes from
Yeah.
that perspective.
I
don't
agree.
they?
Yeah, I think if you came in and you don't want 25 degrees aloft,
Yep.
maybe you're already a low ball hitter, these would be on the higher end
Yeah.
for game improvement irons. for
Totally.
loft, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. Interestingly, there only is one of the iron sets. The 07 is the only one that offers a 4-iron.
4-iron, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the Blade, the 03 and the 05 don't offer 4-irons, which is interesting that they're the players' models. So
They must just have figured no one wants the 4
they just,
unless
yeah,
it's the big
yeah,
one.
They clearly have data that shows them they don't sell many 4-irons. So they have a 4-iron available in the 07, where the Forgiven model is. And then they have this C01.5, which is kind of like a hybrid forged iron.
Which we'll need to get
driving
one.
iron.
We need to get one into
We do.
test.
We definitely
Based on
do.
how well these have done.
Yeah.
And
we'd love to see it.
Everything going in the drawer, boys?
They're in the drawer.
They're in the drawer,
they're
yeah.
on the matrix now.
So if that's the case, then I bet you want to see the driving iron because someone might
Yeah.
want to. You could potentially blend that into the set.
Yes,
Totally.
Yeah.
without a doubt. Well, guys, I don't think I don't think it's the last you're going to be hearing of Proto Concept. I do think as they gain some popularity, you'll probably see some other channels start
Probably.
to
Yeah.
test these. Kind of feels like the early days of as I said, Strixon, but some of the other companies now that we're seeing. companies who taste only mainstream product testing, these will filter into that now. I think these hit our stores because this is the type of iron that we want to offer our clients.
Absolutely.
The kind of YouTube channels that do reviews and that don't offer these products as a retail item, I think they'll start to get a look at what these are and be very curious to test them.
Well, I think you get a lot of people online there'll be demand for reviews that want to see what different people want to think about it, not just us.
And rightly so. I mean, when you guys see the visuals, when Matty does his close-ups of them, I do think they're going to catch your eye. I really, really do. And then once you get a chance to hit them, and going back to the video, go back and listen to the sound when Mike was hitting them, because the acoustic was so solid and not pitchy.
No.
I was really pleasantly surprised with that.
Yeah, I mean, when we tested those game improvement irons a couple weeks ago, there was times we talked about it where like they echo in here, right? None of that with these stuff. It was really, really good.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Okay, beautiful. Very, very nice to have new product through the door. There's not much of it kind of flowing at this time of year. We're seeing pictures and leaks of new product, but it's great to have some more irons being added to the matrix. We've got some 14 irons that we're going to do, TB5,
7,
FC03,
yeah,
FC03 and TB05 and 07.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 more for next week.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent.
Some more Japanese forgings.
Yes, I think more of these products coming into the North American market. Now we saw obviously Honma that we've tested many times.
That was a big one.
They were really, really good. So I think more of these types of irons coming, which is welcomed for sure.
It's good. I think more variety is always good, right?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, stay tuned for more reviews on irons coming into TXG. We'll see you again soon.